Hey Melinda, thanks so much for having me out of the house the other day. I did put a market analysis together for you, and in the email, I'll give you your punch list. If you have any other questions, give me a call, and I look forward to working with you in any way I can. Thanks. Hey Melinda, just wanted to touch base with you on the values that I've been finding. This is my market analysis. This is your house, 154 Genels Way. This is your square footage. That becomes the multiplier that we'll use as we're breaking these houses down as a price per square foot. We then multiply that out by this. So I'm not going to do all that in this presentation. It's already done. You'll just see the final numbers. Okay, so here are the houses that could be considered comps. I know yours is a 4-bedroom, and that's not necessary for it to be a comp, in which case we only have one. And you can see that it sold for 123 a square foot. So we're not going to worry too much about the bedrooms, more so the square footage. So as we're going through this, we're in order from the smallest to the largest. The smallest ones will tend to sell for a little more per square foot. So this one's 133, 135, 137, 123, 134, 135, 127, 133, and then again another 123. So that establishes us pretty closely that 123 to 137 is basically our price per square foot. I did look through all of these to eliminate any marketing problems or with the house itself, or just very poor marketing by a realtor or something like that. And there was nothing that stood out at me. I didn't see any like backyards that were tiny or anything like that. So a lot of this has to do with just how they negotiated, and some of the finishes that I saw were subpar would be carpet where they could have had hardwoods and things like that. And those did bring a little bit less per square foot. And then the next thing we do is we look at the active market. The active market will tell us who our competition is. These listings in yellow mean that they're already under contract. This one's in financing, this one's under inspection, and this one's under inspection. That means these are within the first 12 days of the contract. So these prices are not recorded. That's the list price, but we don't have the sales price yet. But what that tells us is because there's no other houses for sale right now, we should be able to stretch as far as we can without having certain things that other people have. We may be able to get still get a really good price for this house. So the prices that they're marketing at were 132 a square foot, 138, and 143 a square foot. I'd love to see if this one would come in near 143. However, it is 200 square feet smaller. Not too far out of line to be used as a comp, but it is going to sell for a little bit more than our larger house will sell for. So finally, my analysis is that in reality, the cold numbers that we have to base on are that our comparables are between 123 and 137 a foot, which puts our probable sales range multiplied by your square footage at 303 to 133. I know that's a huge gap there, and this is way lower than you want it to be. But I do like to always throw that out there. This is what an economist or an appraiser would tell you could sell for in your neighborhood right now. So based on the fact that we have a little niche window to be out there with good marketing, this should bring almost top dollar. At 137 a square foot, you would be at 135. At 137 a square foot, you'd be at 335. So give yourself a little negotiation. 333. Give yourself a little negotiation room, and also take into account that we might have some appreciation in your neighborhood because the inventory is low and the demand is high. So that would be my suggested list price, $339. I know you had talked about being in the 300s, the 330s, but $339 I think would be a good start. And if one of those sales records ridiculously high, I would even be willing to go to $349 or $345. But again, you've got reality staring you in the face that says nobody's ever paid quite that much. But you just make changes quickly. As soon as you get feedback, you do what you need to do. If it's something you can change on the house, if not, you drop the price. So hope that helps you, and I'm going to attach in all this. You'll have the list of repairs and staging that I'll need you to do. But let me know. Thanks. Bye.